I hope everybody's having a great week. Let's get started with military inspirational support. I don't know if y'all have read last week's uh, page, which is really inspiring. Go for gold, former 101st soldier to ski in Paralympics. How many of you even watched the Paralympics and the Sochi Olympics? It's a question mark that even President Putin would demise. For those of you who watch the Olympics like I have, you would know that it's rarely seen just to even see Paralympics even compete. Unless you look them up online, because they did compete for a squared away soldier. It's written by Michelle Val, Corey, assistant editor. Let's get started here. When the opening ceremonies kick off the 2040 Paralympic Winter Games Friday at Sochi, Russia, former 101st Airborne Division soldier Heath Calhoun will be amongst the athletes going for the gold. God bless him and his family. Calhoun, 34, will be competing in several alpine skiing events during the 2 weeks of international competition. He wants to make everybody proud, and Dean Valerazzo, Calhoun's girlfriend of Deanna Valerazzo, Calhoun's girlfriend of 2 years, wants to win, of course. He's competitive. His goals are to represent our country the best he can. That's what he always done. 11 years ago, while serving in Mosul, Iraq as a squad leader for 3rd Battalion, 327th Infantry Regiment, 1st Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division, Calhoun's life changed during an attack by insurgents. A grenade exploded near the staff sergeant's Hummer, causing him to lose both legs above the knee. Now, y'all seen Forrest uh, Forrest Gump. There's a part, and that's an example. There's a part where he looks at the captain and he says, "Look, no legs." Yeah, I'll think about that one, because I'll be bringing something close to it similar later on. Calhoun spent 9 months of rehabilitation at Walter Reed Medical Center. If you all know military, that's the biggest hospital we have. It's as fierce competitive when it comes to any kind of cancer too. I mean, Walter Reed is like #1. 5 months into rehab, he attended a World Turf Sports Clinic put on by the Disabled American Veterans, which has introduced a new mission into his life. At the clinic, they taught me how to use a monoski. Calhoun said in 2010 article on his website, skiing was the first thing that gave me my legs back. Calhoun had to retire from the Army because of his injuries. Eventually, through the years of struggle with several different prosthetics, he learned to walk on computer-controlled prosthetics legs. Heath had been a shining example for other above-knee prosthetic users on what is possible with being fully functional and mobile on 2 above-knee prosthetic legs, said Brandon Richardson, assistant prosthetics for a Hanger Clinic in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma, an email Tuesday. The prospects allowed him to branch out into other sports, including running and golf, but his heart belonged to skiing. Calhoun stated on his website, to train, he spends winter months in Aspen, Colorado. And then he returns to his home in Clarksville, Tennessee, to 3 children and many military friends, including retired Command Sergeant Major Chris Fields and his wife, Debbie. God bless you, ma'am, sir. Fields was assigned to the same Battle Force battalion a year after Calhoun was injured. Fields met Calhoun, a Wounded Warrior Project spokesman, at the 2009 fundraiser. Another great fundraiser I support. Many breast cancer awareness, you name it. For the organization, they have been friends ever since. He's such an inspiration to so many people on so many different levels, Debbie Fields said of Calhoun. His inner drive, I believe, is based on his ability to be the quiet professional to say to others anything is achievable. Chris feels that does not want you to see him for what he doesn't have, but what he has to offer. As most people would generally hope you would look at them as. When I look at someone walking by, it don't matter if you're in a wheelchair. I treat people like they could still walk. There's still a hole. Because in my eyes, I see you as who you are for what you are out of heart, especially with integrity. I mean, After all, as I said before, God's eyes were all equal, at least in mine. Now I want you to see him for what carrying on what you have, but what he has to offer again. He has excellent much higher and has pushed himself just as hard. That inner drive perhaps enabled Calhoun to make his first U.S. Paralympic team in 2010. He has competed in the Winter Games in Vancouver, Canada. There he served as the flag bearer at the opening ceremony. During the Games, he placed in the top 10 in the Super G sitting and the Super G combined sitting alpine skiing events. Calhoun told the Fort Campbell Court 2010 there have been some similarities between his time in the military and learning to compete as a veteran that has helped him be successful in the military. I had officers tell me what to do, he said. In my skiing, that has helped me to excel. I just try to do what the instructors tell me. It's a great difference when it comes to being in the Olympics. You got instructors telling you what to do. In the Army, you have active duty people telling you what to do. At the 2013 World Championship in La Molina, Spain, Calhoun placed 5th overall in the slalom sitting event. He was 6th overall in the Super Combine sitting, 13th in downhill sitting, and 23rd in the Super G sitting. In his second Paralympic Games at Sochi, he was skiing the Super G sitting slalom and giant slalom sitting races. He really is a great racer. He has a lot of talent. Barrazo said Colin Spring agreed that the former screaming had not let the loss of his legs hinder his drive to complete on the slopes or live his life. He doesn't see the obstacles, Debbie Field said to him. It's not one, it only becomes an obstacle when other people make it one. His mental outlook and his bravery truly exemplified, whether it was on the battlefield or whether it was on the ski slope or teacher and others to understand the new dynamic of their lives, Crisfield said. His friends hope Calhoun's dedicated and sacrifice is rewarded with a spot on the podium at Sochi. He wants to bring home gold, obviously, for God and country, but I think more importantly, it's to back up and to solidify when he looks at the others in the eyes and says, you can overcome this, Crisfield says, and he is the quiet professional who does not want people to see him just as the Paralympian. He is truly dedicated to his sport, Richardson said. And I know they will leave it all out of his slopes as Sochi tries to bring home the gold for the United States. God bless him, ma'am, sir. Now, I've gone over so many things on this channel, everything from why you shouldn't off yourself. I've got generals, colonels, sergeant majors, command sergeant majors, captains, full bird generals, 3 stars, 4 stars, even sub-fleet, so calm. I mean, there are people out there who have their door open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for a reason, keeping morale going. Obviously, they didn't get that far in their office by themselves. That pile of books lying around, they took some time, some serious ranks, some serious promotions. I'll tell you that to your face. This is what I had to do to get here. Didn't come all in one day. Knowing many friends, JAG friends, mayors, I'll tell you that too. Now you look at yourself in the mirror every morning and you say, oh, my life's hard. You know, that's where I was coming in with Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump, for an example, especially the end part. You know, he comes back and sees his pal, he's got new legs. Now you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, when you think you have it hard, I want you to look real hard at this inspirational story, okay? You don't have it hard. You see that guy right there? That guy served his country, and he has no legs. And he's still doing what's best for his family. He's not taking out on anybody else. He's not blaming himself for what happened. He wants people to accept him for who he is, with integrity. The other guy served his country. God bless you, ma'am, sir. For carrying on and not wasting your life away. You know, it should be. I mean, you earned it. Guy's trying to get a gold medal. He's not sitting there wanting to kill himself, God forbid, or some other thing that comes to mind. You know, that's not what anybody wants. That's not what any sergeant wants. That's why I try very, very hard to tell you people out there that, hey, you're not alone in the world. You sure as heck ain't the last. And I mean that with all sincerity, integrity. You could be a governor of the state of California, a former governor like Arnold Schwarzenegger is probably watching this right now. God bless you. It wouldn't be Arnold Schwarzenegger. America wouldn't be America without Arnold Schwarzenegger involved somewhere. It makes a person feel young again. Gosh darn. I'm not afraid to grab Arnold by the ear. He is a heavyweight, but hey, he's a friend too. When it expires many. I mean, who can lift that many barbells and throw it on the ground? I don't know many. God bless you and your family and your wife, sir. Carry on. There are many things at Fort Campbell that don't cost much money. Like bowling, sports lodge. I did mention their Sunday buffet. I know how hard it is to get to the sports lodge. Some of you walk there, okay? Past gate 10, you keep going down a hill, 40 miles an hour. Go past the horse stables. Yes, there's a horse stable. It's not just a golf course. You know, like some bases, it could be a small one, BX, commissary, golf course. What's outside the gate? Okay. Clubs. I can help you with that obstacle. And if you don't have these at home, I don't know what to tell you with your bachelor pad. It's a sure as heck try very hard to help you with that one. Here's one that people never get tired of. The Matrix, that's right. I even have this, oh golly. What better would I say? You're not even gay. Here's another one. Here's another clue. I bet you that before. Hangover. Oh, and these two characters right here, great actors. Bourne, Fast and Furious, God bless all these people. And these are all of them. The Mummy, by Brandon Fraser, Rachel Wes, and everybody, John, Hannon Arnold Waldo, and Jonathan Hyde, Kenya J. O'Connor, and everybody else. Okay, a few pointers there to keep the party going. You and nice break it. Well, video games. Some play Wii, Tango, you name it. Scrabble, Monopoly. There's all kinds of stuff out there to do. I mean, movies. Check it out online. The new Hulu, HULU.com on Xbox. Screw yourselves away. I mean, you gotta watch your health. Otherwise, what good are you? Oh, and if you're feeling at a loss, there's all kinds of stuff you can even pick up at the Religious Chapel. Like these, for example. You see that right there? Obviously, the person who put this together didn't put it about for their health. Golly. It means something just that right there. What to do when you lost faith. Let's see here. A lot of times, it's only after a slow and gradual process that you start saying to yourself and then to others that you've lost your faith. And faith, hope, love. You gotta have those three every day, every morning, every time you wake up. Because life's a blessing. You wake up in the morning, you walk outside, you are blessed. Don't take your life for granted. There are many out there who wish they could be where you at right now. Especially those serving or served. Give every moment count. And when you feel at a loss, at a down slope, cards laying all out on the table, it don't matter if you're 65 years old, you sure as heck ain't old. There are people who go back to school and not ashamed to admit or volunteer in a new hobby or do what it takes to show an act of kindness to a neighbor. You, sir or ma'am, are not alone. And sure as heck not the last. I always tell it like this. Right here. Clarksville, Tennessee, not far from Fort Campbell, Kentucky. God bless y'all. Y'all have a great week. Up next is bedtime stories. Always around the care. After all, I don't leave any soldiers behind. It's